So is my screen visible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me show you. Just the question was how to check your transport request inside the system. So we have a standard transaction code with the name of AC09, or you can also use the AC10. This is pretty similar.
Okay.
So once you will just put this transaction code, this kind of page will appear. And if you want to see how many transport requests are there inside your bucket, inside in your bucket, in the sense inside in your user ID, right? So just put your user ID, and then if you just click on how many transport requests I have released, I have modified, that means it is under configuration as of now. So you can just select as per your requirement. If you want to see how many customizing requests you have created, just select this one and remove this checkbox from workbench. Okay. And once you have selected customizing, and if you want to see modifiable or released, just click on display, so that you can get the list of transport request inside your uh, username, right? And if you want
Okay.
to get the details that when this transport request has been created, or when this transport request was last configured, so you just click on this one. Okay. And if you just click on the spec option, then it will show you everything about this transport request. Okay, this is the transport request. If you just go inside the properties, then you can see the details of the short description, who is the owner of the transport request, owner in the sense who has created this transport request. Okay, it's
Yeah.
completely in modifiable state, that means it is under configuration as of now. Last change is showing as today's date, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is all about the transport request thing. If you want to, if you want to change your transport request name or the description, it is only possible once it will come under the modifiable state. Okay. Once you will
Okay.
release your transport request, that means you are releasing your transport request from one server to another server. That means you are releasing from your own server. After release, it is not possible to change the description. Okay. Let's say how to change the description. Just double click on it. It is working. If you just double click on it, or if you just click on spec option, it is completely same thing. Okay. So once you will just double click on it, click on properties. If you want to change the description of this transport request, just click on change button. And here you can put the, let's say I have maintained as device. Okay. So we can
Okay.
easily maintain its description as well, and click on save. Okay. So now
Okay.
the question is, how many transport requests are in release mode, or already we have released how many transport requests? We can't see anything here, right? So now the
Yeah.
question will come, how to move your transport request from one server to another server. This was my, how to move your TR from one, from dev. The question was dev to quality, correct?
Yes.
The answer will be, we can move our transport request or TR from dev to quality system. So as a functional consultant, we should release, okay? As a functional consultant, we should release our TR, okay? So what is the process to release a transaction code, transport request, sorry? Just click on this one. Once you will click this plus sign, it will automatically show another number, right? This is called
Yes.
task number, and automatically the
Yes. Yes.
next number will be your task number. Here you can see the last number is 429, correct? Then
Yes. Yes.
430 is a task number. Here also you can see the
Customizing task.
description. Okay, if you
Yes.
want to see how many activity we have done inside this transport request, if you again click on this plus icon, here you can see what you have what you did inside this transport request. Okay, that means we have created some company code. Okay, if you
Yeah.
just click on it, Again, system will show you some table level contents and all those things will come. Okay, but this is not our concern as a functional consultant. So now the question will come, how to release a transport request or how to move a transport request. Okay, so sometime it's called parent tier, the top one, and this one is called child tier. Okay,
Yeah,
if you want
yes,
to release the transport request, always at first need to select the child one, click on the release directly option,
F9, yeah.
then it will automatically released. Okay, the child part already been released. Now what will happen? To select the parent one, again you need to click on the release directly, and now you can see that pre-export method. Okay, this has been
Cancel, it's
released,
been
I
released.
guess. Okay, so how we can check that 429 already been released or not? Just go back here. Again, I am searching for the modifiable and released. Again, click on display icon. Here you can see inside the modifiable, it is not 429. 429 is no longer the part of modifiable. It is showing inside the released option. Okay. Once you have
Okay.
released your transport request, if you again try to modify its description, it's not possible here. Here you can see the change button is already been grayed out, because
Yes.
this transport request already been released from your own server. That means it may be the development server. Okay, so once your transport request has been released from the development server, so that means as a functional consultant we should release that tr from dev. Okay, this is the first activity.
Okay.
Just let me put one bullet icon here. And then what will be the next action? The next action will be, we need to send one email to the basis consultant with their details. Okay, once you will complete the activity, that means release the activity by using the SCC1N transaction where you have released the transport request, correct? Once you will have released the transport request, you need to send one email to inform your basis consultant that this is my TR details and I have already released from the development server. Okay, once you have sent the email, then the basis consultant will do their activity. What is the activity? They will, basis consultant will perform the import activity in quality server. Clear? What do you mean by import activity? Once we are releasing the transport request, basically you can just try to understand, we are exporting the transport request from development server. Okay,
Yes, yes, yes.
and the basis consultant, they will perform the import activity inside the quality server. Once they will perform this activity, then only you can see all those configuration which you have configured under this transport request. These all, the entire configuration you can see inside the quality server only. Okay, so this is the way you can release one transport request. Now the another question will come, how to copy the transport request from one client to another client. What do you mean by that? Let's say inside our development server, let's say we have two clients. Okay, one is called golden client. I'm just writing it here. Let's say inside our development server we have two clients. Okay, one is called golden client Another call is UT client or unit test client. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Now everything which you have configured inside the golden client only. Let's say you have configured your org structure inside the golden client. Okay. And now you
Okay.
would like to test the company, the org structure has completely that means your org structure has been created successfully or not. You want to test something, then you need to transfer the org structure from golden client to UT client. Correct? So
Mm.
how you can move your transport request? So once, but these two client is comes under development server only. Correct?
Yes.
So development server is consist of, let's say for this business development server is consist of golden client and UT client. I am not talking about the sandbox or sandpit. Okay, let's say you are
Mm.
working with some client and in their system they have only two system. Inside the development server they have golden client and UT client. Now the task is, you have configured your org structure inside the golden client, you want to move your transport request inside the UT client. Then what will be the
Mm.
activity? The activity is tr copy functionality. Okay, tr copy is the option by which
Okay.
we can transfer or we can move our transport request from one client to another client. So what is the process of tr copy? Let's talk about that one. Okay, I'm just removing the bullet point from tr copy. Okay, so what is the process for tr copy? Okay, so at first
Mm.
you need to perform, you need to identify the tr number. Okay, identify the tr number which you want
Mm.
to move from golden to UT client. Okay,
Yeah.
clear? The second activity is move no, login the UT client where you want to pull the transport request. Clear?
Okay.
That means the destination client you need to open. Clear? Next,
Mm-hmm.
open or perform, sorry, one tcode which
Mm.
is SCC1. Okay, SCC1 for ECC system. If we talk about the ECC system, SCC1 is there. If we are talking about the S4 HANA, then the transport request
Mm.
will be SCC1N. Okay, S4 HANA system.
Okay.
This is the transaction code you need to perform inside the destination client. Okay, that means if you need your transport request in UT client, then you need to perform this transport request is there. Okay, once you will perform this
Okay.
one, how the screen will looks like. Let's see. If we try to open SCC1, because we don't have any other client, right? Because we are still using one option or one server only. That's the reason you can
Mm-hmm.
see this kind of page will come. But if we talk about the HANA server, in HANA system, you will see many more options will be there. Okay,
Okay.
and where you can put the source client and as well as the destination client. Okay, how we can
Okay.
get the destination client number? Once you will just click on here, you can see the client number is 800. Okay, so let's
Yes.
say this
Yes.
is our a client, this is our destination client. So in S4 HANA
Mm.
you should maintain the destination client number as 800, and let's say your
Mm.
golden client number is 700. So your source client should be 700. Okay, and you should
Mm-hmm.
maintain your transport request, which transport request you want to pull from uh, golden to UT. Okay, once you will
Yes.
put these details, just click on test run just for testing purpose, and you need to execute the system. Okay, and if you want
Mm-hmm.
to, but inside this server I can't see the entire page or full page of the SCC1N. Okay, once I
Mm-hmm.
will log in the HANA server, that time also I will definitely show you how SCC1N looks like. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
but as of now, perform one transaction code SCC1 for ECC and SCC1 in S4 HANA. Okay. Once
Yes.
you will
Yes.
perform this transaction code, you should maintain the TR number TR number and source client number. Okay, just for example, I am taking here the example as 700 is your UT client, sorry, golden client, and put your destination client as well. Okay.
Yes.
Let's say for our example, it is, let's say, 800. Okay. Once you will put these kind of details, then click on execute. Before execute, you can also perform the test run, which is completely optional. But once you will execute the this page, then automatically all those configuration which you have done inside the golden client, all those configuration will come inside the UT client as well. Okay.
Okay.
Now I believe you are pretty much confident about about the TR copy and what about the TR movement or move of transport request from one server to another server. Okay.